Hey, well, hello everyone out there in YouTube land. I hope that everybody is doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Can't complain. And so I got a little time off this week, or maybe the remainder of the month anyway. So I said, let me do a few things. So I had a few vegetable items in the refrigerator. Actually, I threw some away yesterday that I probably shouldn't have, but still, I got a few little ugly carrots here. Um, Celery, ain't that so pretty? I love the shapes of certain vegetables and stuff like that. You remember in school where you take paint or something and make little prints and stuff like that with that? But nonetheless, I digress. I got a couple of more celery stalks, a lot of onions, and I got 3 bell peppers. Now, I don't normally use bell pepper, and I have some bay leaf too, but I don't normally use bell pepper, but I thought I'd try it this time, and I hope it does not alter the taste too bad, make it bitter or anything like that, because bell pepper can be something else. But yeah, I'm just getting ready to make a little broth, a vegetable broth, and yeah, vegetable broth. And what I do, and I hope that you are doing this. This is another aside from it, but like when you have little pieces, like when you cutting, because you know with me, most of the time I'm eating some of these things. But if I don't eat it, I'll cut it, and it's cleaned already. But I'll cut it, little pieces off and stuff like that, and I'll put those things, throw them in the freezer, because so that you can use them for your broths and your stocks and stuff like that. So that's just an aside. Don't throw all that stuff away, all that, them good pieces and stuff like that you think is ugly or whatever. Just keep it, and you can make a beautiful, delicious stock or broth of your own. But yeah, so yeah, so I'm making that. But what I'm going to do is, just cut it up some. I don't cut it majorly, just enough so that it'll be opened up. But what I also do is kind of put it on some fire before I put water in my pot. And I'm just gonna use. I need to upgrade too. Well, I don't know. If aluminum is bad or good, but my stock pot, which is about 20 liters or so or more, is aluminum. I need to double check that. Everybody talking about everything so bad. Plastic. I think I meant to do a post the other day on Facebook. I wonder if I did. It's like everybody's talking about how bad plastic is. Don't use plastic, and I think it's anyway, I'm not even gonna say nothing because I know I say stuff too, but I think it's offensive sometimes. People telling you the good things they're doing, whatever they're doing in their house, and yeah, you using plastic. Oh, but so and so leaks into your food, and we've been using plastic. How many of us died? We've been using plastic. Shoes, everything is plastic. You don't even know it's plastic. But anyway. I'm sorry, I just had to go there. But nonetheless, I don't know how good, because I've been having this aluminum pot forever. And it was passed down to me from somebody else's grandmother. They didn't want it. But nonetheless, I don't know if I want to upgrade that or just keep it. I'm going to do a little research, because I'm going to keep using that. I got another one that's even bigger than the one I'm using today, and I don't use it for cooking normally, but still I do use it for sterilizing and stuff like that. But nonetheless, I digress. I'm talking a lot. So another thing I'll be doing is cutting up some vegetables for like my hummus, and just to have as snacks and stuff like that. So I have a few English cucumbers that I'll be doing. I'll be doing some radishes, some bell pepper, and some carrot. And I already have some celery here in water, and I have some more sweet mini peppers. And of course, this gonna get ate up separately. Eaten separately. But yeah, I just want to come on, give us that tip about saving your vegetable scraps. Save them. Even your stuff from your little meat bones and stuff like that. Rinse them off and put them in your freezer. because they make delicious stocks. Well, there's a difference between broth and stock, of course. One is all vegetable. I mean, one is vegetable and meat, and one is all meat. So, but yeah, but it's yours to do whatever you want to. If you want to make vegetable stock, you can make a vegetable stock. Well, you really can't, but anyway. Well, I guess you could, because they both made differently. The process is different. So anyway, I digress. I'm just running off my mouth. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'll probably just come back in a minute just to show you how I get that started. And I might show you what the finished process of it looks like. So stay tuned. I'll be back in a little bit. Possibly. This is a good size to cut them. Not too small. Just want to open it up so that they're, released. Just cut them up, like that, because remember, you want to use these to create flavor in your broth. So I just put a little cut in everything, just a little cut, and my oil is ready, and I'm just gonna, and leaves, everything goes in, everything creates flavor. Okay, so and I do have some black, some peppercorns that I'm also going to put in. No salt, because you don't want any salt in it right now. Believe it, but already, this has only been in here about 5 minutes, and I don't have even all the vegetables in, but it smells, oh my goodness, amazing. I mean, so delicious and flavorful. And this is going to be a very flavorful broth. I just have, well, you can see how much oil is down in there. It's not that much. It's just some to coat the bottom of the pan, and it has risen because of the things that are in it. But yeah, and I put the peppercorns in them, and maybe a tablespoon, excuse me, a teaspoon. But it smells so delicious. So I'm getting ready to throw the remainder of them in here, and then once I feel like they've released a little bit more, then I'll put some cold water over in them and let them do their thing for about an hour, and strain, let it cool, and then strain the old vegetables after they have, gave up the ghost and did what they gave me, all they can give me. I mean, this, oh my goodness, this smells too good. I'm going to talk to you in a few minutes. And this is just use a nice cold pressed olive oil for that. Things making this much noise is definitely going to taste good. To the water, make you some nice stock so you can make you some nice soups. I mean broth. Okay, awesome. So now we have it at a boil. It took a minute because I took, I don't keep the, excuse me, I don't keep the lid on it to let it come to a boil. So now that it has come to a boil, I'm going to turn it down, and I will come back in about an hour once this has concentrated and simmered down. Okay, so my stock or broth, whichever one you want to call it, because everybody calls, I mean, there are two different things, but everybody calls them different, so it doesn't matter to me. But it's done. Very rich looking. Look at the color. It's really nice, and there's no salt in this because when I'm ready to cook with it, for whatever reason, I just want it to be, ooh, that almost, my phone almost fell into the soup, to the broth. But anyway, so yeah, so it's nice. I'm going to be using a sieve, but this sieve is so tightly woven. I don't know if I kind of want some of these celery leaves in there. Sometimes we find celery leaves in our broth, commercial broth that we find, I mean, at the store or whatever. So anyway, I'm going to get ready to decant this. Strain this, and then I will be canning them and cooling them and freezing them. I'll probably keep a couple out because I might as well start my soups. But yeah, this looks great and nice, rich, and I let it go longer. I actually let it go about 3 hours. I simmered it for 3 hours, but it's really beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Love the color, love the taste. It tastes nice, and it smells, man, so great as well. So I'll be back. I'll be back. Okay, so I am done and I am beat. I've been up all day long, really doing a lot. So I have my lovely broth here, all done, looking great, looking beautiful. I'm going to be storing these in the freezer. I have a couple of more of these to fill, and you notice I didn't fill them all the way to the top because it's going to freeze, so it's going to swell. But I do still have more. I think I'm going to use this. That's not going to go in the freezer, of course, and I'm probably going to use these two since I'm not making kefir this week. I'll use the, I probably shouldn't use the things I use kefir in, but I'll see what I'm going to do. I have a couple of other things I can put these in as well. So yeah, I'm just all done with that, and now I'm just canning them, or preparing them for the freezer. They're very hot. They need to cool off for a while, and I still have much more. Let me show you. So I still have more to put away, which is not much, but still I have more to put away. But what I'm going to do is just let this strain, and I'm going to eat because I haven't really eaten today. So that's what I'm going to do. But thank you so much for joining me today while I made this delicious vegetable broth, and I'm going to be using some this weekend to make a marvelous soup. And like I said, the rest of them will be going into the freezer. So I'm so happy that you were able to join me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I love you very much. And then I meant to say also, look at what all of this that we got for free. Okay, all of this we got for free. You basically just put in a little effort to cut up some vegetables and throw them in a pot, and you don't have to go out and buy right now. I mean, it's your choice, of course. We have at certain times, but you don't have to if you can put them away on your own. Okay, so just wanted to include that. Thank you so much for watching again. Love you. Bye bye for now. Guys, I hope that everybody is doing well. Hope everybody is doing well out there in YouTube land. I know I said on the this last clip that this was the last video, but that was the last video. But I also wanted to include this just in case there's somebody who's never made any broth or stock before. There's another step, especially if you use a meat or something like that. So what normally you would do when you do meat, what happened was, okay, so you saw the last clip that showed me allowing these to cool on the counter. Once they were cooled, I put them in the refrigerator. So after 24 hours, what you would normally do is go in and skim off the oil from the meat. So you want to skim that off, and skim off any of that fat off of there, that fat, I should say, and then place it in the freezer or however you're going to use it, or preserve it. So that's what I don't have to do because I made a vegetable stock, but still, nonetheless, you still want to make sure that you put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours before putting it in the freezer, because whatever could happen, you just want to make sure that you check it and check it prior to putting it in the refrigerator, in the freezer. So it needs to at least be in the refrigerator 24 hours before freezing. That way you can look at it and see if there's anything whatever. So, but as you can see, I used an olive oil. So I didn't you can use any kind of oil, any kind of vegetable oil that you prefer. I wanted to use the olive oil, and I have tasted this, and oh my goodness, why is this so so flavorful and so delicious. And some people, they do their seasoning or salting. I didn't salt this. I don't want to salt this because, you know, it's going to be made for different things, and I can salt this when the time comes. But oh my goodness, it's so delicious and so flavorful. And you can see that is just some of the celery leaves and some of the oil. You see it's not really a lot of oil there, not really a lot of oil or fat there. And another thing I wanted to mention, I forgot now, but anyway, so that is it. So I am so excited now because finally we have cold weather in my area. I was so not in the mood for soups because it was not cool or cold. People were like, "Oh, I'm enjoying soups." I'm like, it's like it's not even time to enjoy a soup yet for me. But so what I'm going to be doing, and it might come in the form of a cook along with me, but these things taste and smell so great. I'm getting ready to make a sagey potato soup with ground turkey, and the main and I'm going to make one brothy and one creamy. So I'll make two different types. One will be brothy and one will be creamy. And what I'm going to do, sage is going to be the featured herb. Oh my goodness, that is going to be so outstanding and so awesome. So I cannot wait. So I'll probably get that done this weekend. So just stay tuned for that video. Love you very much. I don't know if I forgot to say anything, but anyway, these are good. So now, what I'm going to do also, when you are going to freeze it, make sure you just don't fill it all the way to the top because these are going to swell. They're going to swell. So I'll probably make another batch of these possibly sometime at the end of next month because I'm going to just be using these like every 2 weeks or something like that. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Don't want to go too far or whatever, but I love you very much. Thank you so much for watching. If I forgot anything, if there's any questions, please leave them in the description box. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now.